up with all the tattoos, man? What's going on? You got.
What? You want to know the truth?
Yes, I want to know the truth.
All right, brother. I got tired of my face, man. I had that face for 28 years. I wanted a new face.
Something major happened to him while he was locked up. And this him when he first went in. And they're saying he lost a spark in his eyes that he once had. And something majorly wrong allegedly happened to him.
Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is.
All right, y'all. We got to talk about what's happening with Blueface because he stepped out of prison looking and acting like a completely different person. And the internet caught it instantly. The face tattoos of random logos, the stare, the voice switch, everything about him feels different. Now, you remember Katt's whole thing about humiliation rituals, how the industry breaks you down, remakes you, and sends you back out looking like a puppet? Well, looks like Blueface fell victim to this. Now, some people are saying that Blueface is not that important for the industry or Illuminati or whoever to do a ritual on him. But see, the whole point is that Blueface isn't the one the ritual is for. It's more to send a message that he's branded and owned. But are people reaching with this humiliation ritual theory? Let's break down what happened, why people think this was more than prison transformation, and how this lines up almost too perfectly with what Katt has been warning about for years.
This is the new Blueface. Very, very different. There's a lot going on over here. I feel like somebody forced him to do this. This wasn't consensual.
All right, so here's the quick rundown of what actually went down. Blueface goes into prison looking like, well, Blueface. Same attitude, same face, same messy celebrity drama. Then a few months pass and the first photo leaks. Now at this point, people thought Blue had just gained weight, and that's why he looked so different. But fast forward to his release on November 3rd, and Blue starts posting photos and videos showing off a face full of bizarre tattoos. And when I say bizarre, I mean this man has a whole grid of logos and symbols slapped across his forehead, cheeks, jaw, everywhere. And it's all random logos like Chase, Walgreens, MLB, YSL. It doesn't even make sense. But it's not just the tattoos. People are saying Blueface's eyes look flat and soulless. He's moving different, carrying himself different, even dressing different.
I'm second to myself. Second to myself, man. Get out of here. You know what I mean? Gotta let them know what time it is. I'm dead on. It's good, okay.
Like, yes, he obviously gained weight, but it's not just that. His energy is different. Now, one theory is that this man was forced into getting all these face tats by prison gang members, which is honestly pretty common. There is no specific reason as to why they made him do it, apart from the fact that it was just for their entertainment. And Blueface probably agreed to this because he clearly didn't want to be someone else's prison wife. But here's another side. So you know how Katt used to talk about the dress ritual where actors and comedians are forced to wear a dress on screen? Well, people missed the point with the whole dress talk. According to Katt, it's not really about the outfit. It's about what it represents, submission.
That's what makes information so powerful is, you don't care how people feel about the ritual. It's about does following the ritual work. Yeah. And so you can fool yourself into thinking there isn't one, but the evidence will be clear. So like when I be like, oh, these guys are wearing dresses. Everybody's like, oh, he keeps talking about people wearing dresses. No, it's not.
That is a weird thing.
It's not like that. Look at it from a different way. Look at it. Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is.
But Katt didn't stop there. He also claimed that these weird outfits, tattoo branding, embarrassment rituals, the fake drama, they're all connected to what he claims is Baphomet worship by the industry elites.
So 20 years ago, I knew that transgenders was going to be a thing. It wasn't because I was a prophet. It's just I had gotten so much information that I understood that things are secular. So I understood that the earliest I had seen that word transgender was Baphomet, the transgender. And so I knew that in the ritual of Baphomet, the transgender, to show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his ass ring.
Really?
And it said both of those things. So I knew that both of those things would become popular in the future. And that somehow calling people the goat would be normalized over the sheep being always the most popular reference.
Now, you don't have to buy into this whole Baphomet theory to realize that the entertainment industry is a dark place run by some shady people whose only goal is to, as Kanye put it, control, traumatize, and monetize.
You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
And Katt's been talking about this same thing for years, how the entertainment industry uses trauma and humiliation tactics to break down certain individuals. He's talked about actors getting pressured into wearing dresses, comedians being forced into embarrassing roles, and celebrities suddenly doing things that don't line up with who they are. And the point, according to him, isn't the dress, or in Blue's case, tattoos. It's the breaking of the spirit.
Everybody's not the same. That's why when I said that, nobody came out and went, "That's not true. I'm on God's side." Like, none of them. The conversation was to show that there are spiritual things going on in the world, and that there are things that are bigger than just coincidence, and that a ritual is something that you do over and over and over again a certain way.
Now, Katt wasn't talking about prison specifically, but he didn't need to. The system is the system. Power is power, whether it's Hollywood executives or whoever runs the prison industrial complex, which, let's be real, is probably the same people. The logic doesn't change. If they want to humble you, remake you, or send a message through you, they're going to do it in a way that the whole world can see. Now, when people say Blueface looks like he went through exactly what Katt described, yeah, that's not coming from out of nowhere. And this isn't the first time the public has seen someone come out of prison looking like an empty shell of their former self. Look at Gucci Mane. His whole vibe changed so much that people are convinced he's been cloned. So the theory goes like this. You take a celebrity who's already unstable, already messy, already controversial, and you push them right to the edge. Not enough to destroy them, just enough to break them. And then you isolate them. You put them in a vulnerable spot, and nothing makes someone more vulnerable than prison. When Blueface walked into prison, he was loud, cocky, and unbothered. But when he walked out, people swore they saw a man who'd been spiritually broken down.
I'm sorry, brother. I didn't mean to shoot you, bro. If you seeing this, forgive me, man. This is a true apology. I took a couple classes in there too.
For real?
Yep, Civilization University. I went to school for that.
That's cool.
Couple classes.
That's good growth, man. It's great to hear.
Now, going back to Blue's face tattoos, there are several theories floating around about what this might mean. One theory is that Blueface didn't choose this new look, but he was branded by other inmates because these tats are too random and too intentionally ugly to be his choice. Now, some people also believe that these logos aren't random at all, but more like coded messages to the industry insiders. Because every time a celebrity goes through a humiliation phase, there's always some bizarre visual change that doesn't make sense to the public. But apparently, it makes perfect sense behind the curtain. Britney shaved her head, Kanye has the mask era, Orlando Brown started saying whatever came into his third eye, and now Blueface steps out of prison with face logos. That's the kind of thing that makes you think something is being signaled. And some conspiracy folks claim that each symbol on Blue's face is a reference, not to brands, but to stages in the ritual. Now, who knows? Maybe it's not that deep. Maybe Blueface just lost a fight and other inmates did this to him. In fact, some fans are saying that Blue may have had to do this to save his behind, literally, if you know what I mean. But whether you believe in the conspiracies or think that this is just what happens in prison, the effect is the same. Blueface looks and acts like a completely different person. You can't look at him right now and say this is the same man. Something cracked and changed the whole frequency. Well, let me know how you feel about Blueface and his new look. Are people reading too much into it with all this humiliation ritual talk? Do you think this was just the result of Blueface Blueface getting into it with other inmates? Or is there something deeper going on? A ritual, a warning, or some kind of forced branding? And if this is a humiliation ritual like Katt said, what could this mean? What message are they trying to send by breaking down these celebs one by one? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are we just overreacting, or is there something way bigger than Blueface's new look? Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you in the next video.